also an Atlas Core Fellow. Just tell me more about when you talk about
social change and leadership, social young people leader. What do you mean by that? What is the organization mission and vision? And what kind of work do the program do, please?
Yeah, great point. And Atlas Core, there's two key things. Atlas Core is based on this idea that talent exists throughout the world, yet opportunity does not. And also, core to our theory of change is that we feel the most effective way to forward positive social impact is by building the skills of individuals and then connecting them to one another on a global scale. And so by going throughout the world and finding this emerging talent, giving them the opportunity to come to this global stage, serving in the United States or being part of our virtual community, that enhances their skills, connects them, as I mentioned, to our global community of more than 1,000 social change leaders, and then provides additional expertise and knowledge for them to forward social change, whether it's on community health, whether it's on tech for social change, whether it's on youth leadership development. And I love that about Atlas Core is that we cover all these social issues based on the individuals who are involved in our community, as well as all the skill sets. So we have monitoring and evaluation experts. I come from a communication fundraising background. We have doctors and economic development, and that's what's amazing. And actually, in our 15th year, it is exciting. We modified our mission statement. So our mission statement, I'm just going to share with you, is to address critical social issues. Atlas Core develops leaders and strengthens organizations through training programs and a global alumni community of skilled social change professionals. And I think that's key, because there is the Atlas Core experience. So we have this fellowship where a social change leader between 22 to 35 years of age serves at an organization that is based in the United States, and they can do that by serving completely in the US. So right now we're doing a blended where our fellows start abroad, and then the goal is they travel to the US, as well as we launched a virtual leadership institute. So individuals can engage in an online learning opportunity with other global social change leaders, and they can do that from their homes in their home countries while they're doing other activities. And really the benefit is that they're networking. And so after this experience, whether it's 7 months, 12 months, 18 months, then what they do after that is what's really amazing. These alumni that go forth and continue to inspire.
In 2006, you were one of the first Atlas Core Fellow, and then you became a member for the organization. How is that experience feel for you?
You know, it is amazing. And it is such an honor to come from the community and now to be leading the community. And it just shows you the commitment of Atlas Core to leadership development. I think about myself. This was 12 years ago that I became an Atlas Core Fellow, and it was in class 2. So Atlas Core in 2021, we're celebrating 15 years. This is our 15th anniversary. And we launched back in 2006. We brought our first fellows to the United States in 2007. And then 2008, I became a fellow. And I actually served in Bogota, Colombia. And I was part of the first class to serve in Bogota. And it was, as sometimes they say, on a wing and a prayer. I heard about this opportunity. I loved the team. I loved the founder. And I said, I want to do it. And not knowing much, knowing that it was pioneering and activity, I just embraced it. And that has just been the experience of Atlas Core. And I love this community. And Mary Apollo, such as yourself, it's just made of individuals who are inspired by the possibilities, who are inspired by opportunities, who are really motivated to make a difference. And it is not about knowing the answers. It's just about embracing what could be. And I feel like I embraced that. I jumped forth, went to Colombia. I came back. I was living in Washington, D.C. I returned to Washington, D.C. I joined the Atlas Core team full time in 2010. And now here I am. I celebrated my 11th year in July, and I am continually inspired and honored by this community of 1,100 social change leaders from 110 countries. And so you know who you are. I'm going to give a round of applause. So it is an amazing group.
Thank you. So because I was watching live,
the amazing alumni that you have mentioned, and they went through this exchange. It's just a cultural experience and also career shift in leadership. If the person is wondering, is it after I'm doing the fellowship, is it that I'm going to get a job, or how does it work?
Great question. And I'm going to speak to you stepping away from like acting CEO role and as an alum. So in 2009, I finished my Atlas Corps Fellowship in Columbia with that big question mark. What's next? I didn't have a what's next. So while I lived in Washington, D.C., I actually returned. I'm from the middle part of the U.S. I'm from a small family farm in Minnesota. And I returned. I said, what am I going to do? And Atlas Corps does not guarantee we're going to find you a job. That's not the role of our fellowship. We're going to our goal is to enhance your professional skills, build your personal and professional networks so that you can find those opportunities. And sometimes our fellows and alumni have an immediate opportunity, and sometimes it takes years, or sometimes there's lots of transition. We also have stories of alumni being able to continually engage with their organization. Like Open GovHub is a host organization of ours in Washington, D.C., and they have offices throughout the world. And I think 3 or 4 of those offices have leadership and staff that are Atlas Corps alums. And so there are those stories and those opportunities. And there's no guarantee. I think what we're really trying to do is we're trying to connect people. And so that's what we're really trying to do and build their skills. And so I think that's a way that an applicant can see it, is if you are looking at, okay, I want to enhance my skills in a unique way. And I think when I became an alum, when I became a fellow, before I became alum, I was fundraising in Washington, D.C., and I knew personally my goal was Spanish speaking, had traveled throughout Central and South America. And I said, I want to return to that region. So I was able to go to Bogota. And so I worked at a foundation. I served at a foundation there. And after that, when I came back to the US, reconnected myself, there is a period of cultural adjustment. And then I did move back to DC, and I actually found an opportunity to connect and do some fundraising for a Colombian-based organization. I did some fundraising for the Inter-American Development Bank, and doors did open. And my experience as an Atlas Corps Fellow helped to open the door of opportunity to that path, to that direction that I wanted, to be more engaged with Central and South America, use my Spanish skills, and then the opportunity at Atlas Corps opened up. And I think that's what's key, is that Atlas Corps can open new doors of opportunity that might not have been there before, and that may be in a more global context. So I think that's what's key. We don't guarantee jobs, though we do help you grow and expand and explore new opportunities.